Steve Cologne from Cologne and Villaplana, real estate attorneys admitted to New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. This video is about the home buying process, but more specifically, it is about fear. More specifically, it is about what are the two reasons why people do not buy homes. I've been doing a lot of home buyer seminars recently, and instead of going through the education part of it, because the legal side is probably a little boring, I've been really just focusing on answering the questions to give people the key so that they can actually buy their first home, or maybe their second or third home. I find people have two major reasons that they don't go into real estate. It's not that they don't want to buy a home. I remember growing up in the Bronx, every holiday, whether it was Memorial Day, July 4th, all I ever wanted to do was just go to someone's house and have a barbecue. I remember summers going to Rockland and going to the county pools probably once a month for the summer. And, I dreamed of having a house where I could do that. So why don't people buy homes? Again, going into what I first said, I find it's fear and the lack of knowledge. One, people fear, I find, sitting down with a mortgage professional, which is the first step, and giving their personal information. Maybe they're ashamed of what they make. Maybe they're ashamed of their credit score. They don't think they can buy a home. Right? I can tell you this. I've been doing real estate since 2006, and I've represented many buyers and sellers, and I can honestly say I've never had a client regret buying a home. And no matter how many homes you buy, especially your first one, all my clients have been somewhat fearful. To more address what I was just going through, though, people don't realize, there are programs out there for everybody. There are non-qualified mortgage programs, and if you look through some of my videos, I talk about DSCR loans, and that's some of the ways that I've bought homes as investment properties that don't affect debt-to-income ratios. And then there's the qualified mortgages, FHA, conventional. You could be surprised. You can qualify for a mortgage with as low as a 580 credit score. And with people that don't have even a 580, you'd be surprised how quickly you can get up there. So that first step is really important. It's getting over that fear of rejection, right? Fear of going to someone and them telling you you don't qualify. In actuality, that's not what they're going to do. They're going to tell you how you can qualify or when you qualify. Right? Like anything in life, you need a plan, right? So execute that plan by draft that plan by first getting to your mortgage professional, sitting down there with them, getting that plan together, whether it's you're going to buy a home in 3 months or whether it is you are ready right now. And that goes into the same fact of education, right? Everything I've been talking about is the fact that you can qualify. It's just about getting educated on the products that are out there. The other fear, and this is where more of the law side comes in, is, oh my God, I don't want to lose my down payment. I've been saving my whole life for this. Or I don't want to buy when the rates are high. Real estate is one of the most, in my opinion, safest investments you can make. Real estate, maybe that hasn't gone straight up, but it has constantly gone through an incline, except for maybe a short time in 2008, but it recovered right away. So I don't look at, when I'm an investor, I could care less about the rate. I just want to look at my bottom line, right? I don't care how much the rate is. I care how much profit I'm making monthly. I can always refi later on, right? There's a saying, date the rate, marry the home. So I want to marry that home, I want to buy that home, and I can change the rate later on in life. So I'm just going to date that rate. As far as your personal property, oh my God, I don't want to buy right now. Well, I have a video that talked about a recent investment property that I did in Connecticut, and in 1 year what the gain was. So again, date the rate, marry the home. Even when it comes to your personal investment for your home, don't worry about the rate. Worry about, can you afford it? Mortgages nowadays, they're not going to give you the mortgage unless you can't afford it. I'm not saying it might be tight. Maybe you have to give up Netflix or something like that, but you're not going to be able to get qualified unless you afford it. So you are going to be able to afford it. We can talk about tax advantages and whatnot, but the bottom line is, if you get over your fear, it's like anything else in life. If you want to be happy, you have to risk being sad. If you want to be in love, you got to be risk being sick over love, right? You got to risk being hurt. If you want to succeed in business, And you really should treat buying a home as a business. Take emotion out of it. Just think with a business mindset. If I don't do anything in the next 5 years, won't the next 5 years be like my last? Rent's going to always go up. I'm not going to own anything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be paying someone else's mortgage. Do I want to do that, or do I want to invest in myself and start on the path of generational wealth? For any questions you have, real estate, mortgages, contact me. I can put you in touch with the professionals that will help you solve these issues for you. And like always, I hope you learn something. Thank you, Steve Colon.